So there, now we've dealt with that. Another piece of this is to make sure our grid bubbles show appropriately, and we've already moved these. For these here, I would like to move. And as I do this, you'll notice there's the architectural bubbles still showing, and I can't get to them because they're in the architectural model. I'd like to turn those off. I don't want those showing. Well, how do we do that? Well, over here at the view template, we have a power plan view template. We have to modify some visibility settings in this template. So click on that. And we have all the things that we can modify and change in this view template. We're going to focus on VG overrides, visibility graphics overrides. There's overrides for the model, which is my electrical model, for my annotations, for some other things. Imports would be some CAD. And then we can also modify the Revit links, like our architectural model. We want to modify this. Now, there's these 6 categories here, each with their own edit button. You can also just click any of these to get into the visibility graphics override, and you'll see up top the same 6 categories. Tabs are up here. So again, I can get to any of these 6 from hitting edit. It just saves me from having to click a tab. So let's go, I usually just click the model, and then from here I'll go into which tab do I want to deal with. Well, I don't want to deal with my model. I do want my grids showing. They're annotative. I do want my grids showing. So I want to leave that checked in my model. But over here at the Revit links, I want to play with this. So this is the list of all the links. I only have one link. It's the architectural model that we created or fixed up. And one piece I can deal with here, I can change how it's displayed. I'm going to make it a halftone. Let me just show you what that does. If I click OK and get out of this, now the model walls turn into kind of a gray screened halftone. That's how you gray out or screen your background. Okay, let's go back where we were. View template. Click on the view template. Let's go to we actually want to end up in the Revit link part of it. So we're at the Revit links tab. We've already done halftone. Now, this is telling me that the display settings of my link are controlled by the host view. Well, what's the host view? Our electrical model is hosting the linked architectural model. So our electrical model is the host view. Well, we don't want the host view to determine what happens to the link. So we're going to click into the host view and change this. We're in the Revit link. We're going to change it to custom, not by host view, but by custom. We're not going to mess with anything right here, but now that we're set up for custom, we want to customize the grids, which are an annotation. Click on annotation. Well, that's all grayed out. We also have to click here, custom again. Now we have control over the Revit link display settings. We're in the annotative category. Go down to grids. There's grids. We just want to turn those off. Say, okay, okay, okay. Now, those tiny little architectural model grids are off for this one view template. We would need to do this for every template that we're using. And fortunately, it's really just going to be this power plan 1/8" template and the lighting plan template that we use. We typically only have about 2 templates in use. If we have some enlarged plans, like 1/4" plans for, in this case, for apartment units, we would need to make sure that's changed there. Now, you may wonder, why don't we just do that in our template? Well, we can't do it in our template because the template does not contain the linked architectural model. You can't even put a placeholder link into a template. Some firms go so far as to make their template be an actual Revit model, not just a template, where they do have a placeholder. We haven't gone there. We may someday, but right now we just have to modify this in our electrical plan. Once you've done it a number of times, like anything, it will be a smooth process, and it's just something you add to your list of setting up a drawing. So that's how we deal with getting rid of the grids.